Hello everybody, welcome back, I'm MrRedClaw. Welcome back to some more World of Tanks. So there we go, only a couple of days and a new video. Hopefully it will remain like that because I do really like recording and all of that stuff. But before we begin, why not head down below, like and subscribe, this is helped a lot. So let's get right into it over here today. Today we are watching hard_W playing in the tier 7 Soviet tank destroyer, one of many, the Su-12244 on the map, of course, Malinovka, yeah, however you want to pronounce it. So, a bit about the Su-12244. Decent mobility. It is the base of a kind of like a T-44, I'm pretty sure. So, decent mobility, really good gun. Really scary damage per minute. I don't really have the stats up over here, but it's like tier 10 level medium tanks kind of stuff, so it's really scary to face up against. 390 damage, alpha, only 175 millimeters on the standard rounds, which I guess that's kind of the norm for this kind of tier of this gun, of course, being the 122mm as the name suggests. Now, hard W over here is actually loading full APCR. Well, he did have like 2 high explosive rounds, which do 530 with 64mm of penetration. But I'm pretty sure he already fired those. But now he has these APCR rounds with 390 alpha and 217mm of penetration. So, decent mobility as we are seeing, even uphill. Decent gun, you know, of course not accurate, but that's kind of what you should kind of expect from a gun like this. Decent armor, maybe if you are against, you know, fighting against tier 7's max, especially if it helps that a tier 6 is shooting at you. I'm pretty sure it's 90mm at the front, and it's also, as you can see, really well angled backwards, so if you are fighting those like tier 7's max, maybe, you know, not those tank destroyers, but like tier 7's, maybe some tier 8s with stock guns, or, you know, just getting unlucky penetration rolls, you can bounce, and that's just the good thing, the great thing about this tank. You're fast, really good gun, already mentioned mobility, but also that you can actually get in place and survive there for a long time because of this armor. You know, it's not going to bounce everything. You know, IS-3 is going to come up, probably shoot you, but there is no IS-3s in this game. So let's see what hard R is going, hard W even, because like his R in the username is uppercase. I'm just getting mistaken or something. But we'll see what hard W can do in this game, and if he can come out with a W, a hard W at the end. So there's a T-29 over there. As you can see, he misses, and this is the perfect thing to do, or maybe not that, but the perfect thing to do in that situation would be to go out and shoot the T-29. But as you can see, the T-29 kind of thinking, oh, you know, I'll get a shot into him before he reloads, but he doesn't. Now, as you can see, the bad thing about this, I guess, is when someone does load APCR, they are, of course, going to go through, and T-29 does have a decent amount of penetration, even on his standard round. So yeah, the other one actually going into his tracks, and they absorb the shell over there, which is good, because even after all of the HP buffs that a lot of the tanks got, I don't think tier 7's got any, though, because I'm pretty sure this is the same HP as before. But 840 isn't really a lot when you're fighting against tanks that do 320, 390, even more alpha with one shot. You know, KV2 with a high explosive round could one shot you if he does penetrate you, and even with an AP round, that is still going to be hurting quite a lot. As you can see, the aim time, accuracy is good, but you know, it is a Russian 122mm gun, and that's basically the main 2 characteristics of it. But yes, bouncing from the EBR Hotchkiss at the bottom over there, right now it's not looking too bad. It is 7-all. Make that 8. Oh, no, okay. 8-8 once again. Nope, 8-9. Okay, the artillery really influencing the game over here, as they should. They are doing quite a good job. KV3 even, with the stock, I'm pretty sure, 107mm gun, loading the APCR, getting a incredibly low roll. Well, I guess not, like 60 minus down, because I'm pretty sure that gun does 300 average, I'm pretty sure. Anyway, but yes, 9-all, 777 damage down on the Hard's team over here, but I guess they only have 1 artillery against 2 on the enemy team, so that kind of balances it. Oh no, okay, never mind, I don't see the S51 over there. But I guess, what kind of artillery would you want in this kind of situation? An S51 and an M44, or an M12 and a Hummel? I kind of side with the artillery that Hard has on his team over here, as the M44 is really accurate for an SPG, and you know, reloads quite quickly as well. And of course the S51 with that top gun is probably going to be dealing quite a lot of damage. Now, funnily enough over here, Hard actually doesn't get spotted by the SMV over there. He actually only gets spotted once the EBR Hotchkiss actually goes up and around, basically right on top of him. So I'm not really sure what that SMV has wrong with him, I guess. Like, he didn't see Hard over here at about 350 meters, maybe that was. The SU itself, as you can see, doesn't have the most amount of view range. I'm pretty sure it's like 320 meters or something. So even with a good crew, as Hard most definitely has, combat rations, probably vents and all of that stuff, it still only goes up to, what is that, just barely 400 maybe, I'm not really too sure, as Hard over there gets extremely lucky that that Hummel did not take him out, because if that landed maybe slightly more to the left or the right, it probably could have taken him out. But now he has a damaged gun, which, seeming that the gun, when it's working fine, is really inaccurate. Now it's just massively inaccurate. You're basically going to have to be in a knife fight of a kind of engagement to actually be able to hit anything. As the SMV takes out the Hellcat that kind of went up the hill to kind of help Hard, but I guess Hard W even is kind of doing the right thing, because, you know, that EBR could have quite easily gone around taken Hard out of here, even with a high explosive shell at this point, and the SMV being a 2-shot, I'm pretty sure, and of course being an autoloader and having decent armor and penetration. Hard didn't want to take that chance, so he goes down, backs up, even behind the artillery, which normally I kind of wouldn't be a fan of, but that he only has 50 hit points left. He needs to use these artillery pieces as kind of like a bait. Unluckily for him, his first shell and second shell miss against the EBR, and I'm not really sure how he hasn't died yet, as he is out in the open for one artillery piece and probably like 2 tank destroyers, if not even 3. But, you know, it's still not looking too bad. The EBR is a 1-shot. The SMV is a 2-shot, I'm pretty sure. The IKV probably a 2-shot as well. So, you know, as long as they come at him one by one and the M12 doesn't hit him, it still should be somehow manageable, as Hard over here is on 4 kills with the enemy, with the artillery on his team picking up 3 pieces between them. So that's actually quite a good job from the artillery. I'm pretty sure without them, the game probably would have been over by now, because they did help up on the hill quite massively with the KV3 and all of that stuff. As the Jagdpanzer 4 gets spotted, Now I'm pretty sure that was the EBR that was in the cap circle. Luckily for Hard, this tank destroyer came out many years ago, when the kind of tank destroyer camo after firing buff was still a thing. So after you fired, you lost less camo than you do now. That was kind of the class bonus for tank destroyers back in the day. Now even these APCR rounds aren't doing too good for a shaky hand, but luckily Hard manages to take out the Jagdpanzer IV first, followed by the EBR and then the SMV. 7 kills, 6,366 damage done, 1,240 damage blocked. That does show you that the armor on this tank does work, as he did actually bounce the EBR over there in that engagement. And that was, I'm pretty sure, from before, because then he took the splash from the Hummel. But still, without the armor, he would have been dead 1.5 times over. But like that, he's still in it to win it, with the M12 on the enemy team, trying to blind fire where Hard was last spotted, but he is far away from there. Now, what does he have to watch out for? The M12 splashing him right now, because he is only on 50 hit points, so even if he does land the shell probably about a meter away, he is still probably going to be taking Hard out with that single shot or splash even. And the IKV, if he has the top gun, does have a decent amount of penetration, and probably even the high explosive rounds will probably be able to do enough if they don't hit, you know, the gun or the kind of front, I guess. But with that shell, the M12 fired once again at Hard's last spotted location. That kind of shows Hard with the tracer where the artillery piece, and he should be basically right in front of him, maybe about 100-150 meters ahead. So Hard is going to come into these bushes, and there we go, there's the M12. Pull back, not to get spotted. The M12, I'm pretty sure, oh, I guess now everyone has sixth sense, don't they? But the M12 kind of reacting to that, but a little bit too late. And before Hard actually took out the M12, we saw the IKV head into the cap circle, which is probably the best case scenario for Hard at this point, because he knows where the IKV is. He doesn't have to worry about him just sitting in a bush somewhere waiting for Hard to come out in the open, get spotted and get shut down. Now Hard can kind of play within the time that he has left of the cap circle and the game time, just with the remaining game time, to shoot down and kill the IKV-90B, which when last spotted he was on 4 hit points. So is he still going to be on 4 hit points now? I guess we are going to see. Now the great even camo on the IKV, followed by the terrible view range on the SU, actually kind of managed to keep the IKV hidden from Hard. But actually, luckily, he isn't on 4 hit points. He does actually... Okay, that was something. Yes. What happened there? The IKV thought, okay, Hard's probably going to get into these bushes somewhere, probably get a shot in, pull back, reload, come back, shoot him again and kill him. So the IKV did the right thing of coming forwards, rushing Hard, which he saw had less hit points and was on the lower ground at that point. Shot Hard, bounced, then rammed into him, dealing 0 damage to Hard and killing himself for 200 ram damage. So I guess let's look at the post-game stats and let's see how well Hard did in this game of World of Tanks. So as we can see, an ace tanker, a Radley Walters medal, a Top Gun, a steel wall and a high caliber for Hard W over here. I'm pretty sure I still kept on calling him Hard R, but this was indeed a hard win for Hard W. in the SC-122, dealing 7,291 damage, 9 kills, and 2,429 base experience. And with a premium account and some personal reserve bonuses and battle payouts, he actually gets a decent profit of 133,000, which, this being a premium tank, of course, it does kind of help out with that. But for now, that is going to be it. If you guys enjoyed, like, share, subscribe. See you guys next time. Bye bye.